We roll on. Next up for us, 7:30 p.m. Eastern with the Kansas Jayhawks 4-2, 2-1 in the Big 12 at the number 9 ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders, who look very, very good. We're at Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Beautiful weather on Saturday night. 83 Fahrenheit, sunny, 10-mile-per-hour winds. Let's get into the setup and hand it over to our guy, Wine Time. Kansas coming off a 27-20 victory at UCF. Came on the heels of the loss at home to Cincinnati. Jayhawks may get some confidence. They were down early. They shut out UCF in the second half, so the defense looked good. They opened up as 4.5-point favorites, closed as 3.5-point favorites, and got the job done. Then, on the other hand, Texas Tech looks better every time they're on the field. Those were not easy road games at Utah and at Houston, and they demolished the opposition. Combined score 69-21 on the road. They haven't – now, Utah was challenging them for a little while, but they really – other than that, have they been challenged yet this season? And is Kansas capable of delivering a challenge? Those are the key questions here. Let's get into this line history and hand it over to Wine Time. We have an extremely high total. Opened up at 60. Moved up to 60.5 for a second. Now we're back at 60. Let's get to the point spread here for this showdown in Lubbock. We have Texas Tech minus 14. Big favorites. They opened up at 14.5, dropped down to 13.5. Now they're back at 14. It is juiced to the 14. And then cash flow wise, we have 81% of the tickets on Texas Tech and 94% of the cash. It's moved a half point towards the Jayhawks. This is not the type of cash flow situation that makes the favorite appealing for me. Take it away, though, because I fear fading the Red Raiders. I was on Utah, and that hurt me. Take it away, Wine Time. Jayhawks, Red Raiders in Lubbock.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this Kansas team every single week. I don't know. It's just I love this team, man. The Jayhawks over there. I love their stadium. I love their blue uniforms out there, too, when they're playing at home. They're not going to be playing at home in Lawrence City. They're going to be playing in Texas this weekend. They're going to be playing in Lubbock. This is 60,000 strong, but it really feels like an 80 to 90,000 crowd there, especially when you're 5-0. Joey McGuire, he got backed this last offseason by a lot of NIL donors, guys that are around my age, 30, 32, that sold a bunch of gasoline, all that kind of stuff out there in Texas for billions of dollars. And they're all just piling money into this program, pretty much saying, whoever you want, we will write the check for it. And they've made it clear here. And they're making a statement. They lose their running back one going into the season. I remember talking about it with Moose, and I was like, Cameron Dickey and Jacoby Williams are pretty good out of that backfield, and they've definitely shown it. Byron Morton, this guy could make every throw on the field pretty much. He was out, I believe, in that fourth quarter when they played Utah, and the backup came in and played really well. Actually, probably played a little bit better, but I don't really think they were game planning for Will Hammond at the same time either. It was more so just for Byron Morton. But this Texas Tech team is loaded, guys. They've got guys everywhere on the defensive line. They've got a lot of transfers this last offseason. There's a reason why they're 5-0 and the favorite to win the Big 12. And I see no reason why they don't go to the Big 12 title. And even if they don't win that, I think if they go undefeated, which I think is very possible, maybe even one loss, they still get to the college football playoff just because how talented this team is and how much experience they have on this team. It's offensive line, very experienced. A lot of guys have been here for a long time. Let's get over to the Kansas Jayhawks now, guys. You talk about my guy, Jalen Daniels, fifth-year guy. We talked about Coach Zabrowski. He's the QB coach the last 4 years, got promotion to OC, running a lot of the same things that Daniels was comfortable with a couple years ago with Coach Kolonicki, who's not doing so well over there in Penn State. But listen, you got LaShawn Williams to hand the ball off to. This guy's a transfer from Iowa. Last year, he got hurt going into the season, and Caleb Johnson took over that role, and Caleb Johnson ended up going in, the second or third round in the NFL draft. LaShawn decided to make a transfer, go to a Big 12 program that's going to use him a little bit more to his strengths. And going into the season, he wasn't even supposed to be RB1, but Daniel Highshaw is hurt. And so LaShawn has just been taking over the backfield for them. Not only that, they went out and grabbed Emmanuel Henderson, receiver from Alabama, one of the most explosive football players with the ball in his hand in the Big 12, probably not in the nation, but in the Big 12 for sure. Watch this guy work in open space. He's magic, man. The return game, I mean, I think he has 2 return touchdowns already this season. You get Cam Pickett back, wide receiver from Ball State, who was a big key in their last game as well against UCF. I mean, Kansas just went to UCF in the bounce house and took care of business when they were down in the second half. To me, that's impressive despite UCF not really being a good team. It's such a tough place to play. And the fact that they got out of there with the win, especially being down, I think it showed a lot of character. DK McDonald, the DC over there, I've heard a lot of people say this Kansas defense is bad. I don't think that is by any means. I actually like a lot of the guys. I like Bagley Kamara coming off the edge. I like Justice Finkley coming off the edge. I like their corners as well. I mean, both of their starting corners are playing in the NFL right now from last year, and they replaced these guys pretty well. And that Missouri loss, it's like, how do you lose that game? You're up 21-6 at the end of the first quarter. You kind of slow down. You got out of your rhythm. Your offense got out of that rhythm, and Missouri was able to hit on some explosive plays and really capitalize and kind of force Kansas to do things they didn't really want to do necessarily. And then that Cincinnati loss, it's explainable. Cincinnati should be ranked. Cincinnati should be the 20 team in the nation, if you ask me. That's a sleeper in the Big 12. We might see them in Texas. That'd be cool to see them in Texas Tech in the Big 12, but we'll see. It's kind of a hot take. But with that being said, guys, I'm on Kansas. I wish I got the 14. I got the 13.5 on Tuesday morning, -110. I got it when it came back down because I thought this was only going to move towards Kansas. It was going to get to a +13, maybe a 12.5, which it still has time to do that because all the tickets are coming in on Texas Tech. I get it. Texas Tech is the more talented team, but I mean, are they from a wide receiver position? I mean, Kansas has the clear-cut better wide receivers out of the two teams right here. Quarterback, I'm going to say it's probably about even. I kind of have a bias on Jalen Daniels, though, at the same time. So give or take that. I think they can stay within 2 touchdowns in this game. I know it's a road game. It's going to be a hostile environment. I want to get down to Lubbock one of these years, probably for a basketball game rather than a football game. But I want to get down there one day, experience this crowd, these people. Everyone from the city goes to these games, guys, and these guys are going to be rocking out there. I think Tech probably takes care of business and gets the win. I don't think they win this game by double digits. I would have this probably win this game by like 7 to 10 points because Texas Tech is the better team here, but I think Kansas can stay within 10 points in this game. You're giving me a 13.5. You're giving me a 14 now. Give me the 14, but mark me down as the 13.5 because that's what I bet.
It's a very appealing spot, even though Texas Tech has just taken our cash anytime you've tried to fade them, or I've tried to fade them. Kong's Clip says best bet Texas Tech double up first half.
Wow.
Full game.
Ooh.
Texas Tech double up. This is interesting. Doug Weiss saying there are some 14.5s available out there as well. 94% of the cash. Kyle Field says plus homecoming game is where the boosters see their money shine. Win at homecoming and the NIL grows next season.
I mean, the NIL is only growing, Jim. Like I said, they got guys my age that are selling oil out there at 30, 32 years old that went to Tech and that just they all own multi-million-dollar houses out there. It's their city almost. They're going to give whatever money they can to that program to get it to win.
God, I may get there with you. I'm going to let the market kind of do its thing, but I love the look.